Glottkin and a band of foul worshippers of NURGLE wander the lifeless deserts of Shyish in order to find an orb they can corrupt and use for their purposes. But Mega Boss Slug Paleface also wants the shiny thing and attacks the Rotbringers.
Welcome back to the Belligerent Duck. I'm Philip and I'm here with Alex.
Hi.
And we're about to play Warhammer Age of Sigmar 2nd edition for you. So this time we're going to play 2000 points match play my Ironjawz against Alex Rotbringers. And we're going to play the relocation orb. There where the feculent normal is, there is also the relocation orb, and it will be moving around the battlefield. You probably already have seen that once. We have deployed our armies already, and we determined that we're going to play in Shyish. And our Shyish special rule is the life leeching. So in each hero phase you can roll a die, and on a 6 you can pick an enemy unit and it suffers D3 mortal wounds. That's it. Yes. Let's take a look at the armies now. Okay, here we go with my 2000 points of Ironjawz. My pale faces are back. So I tried a little bit something different today. First of all, the usual. I've got Slug Paleface, my Mega Boss on Maw Crusher comes ironclad, and also with the Griff Feather Charm from Gur. We've got 2 War-Chanters here, a Weird Knob Shaman, and he will be able to cost the Chronomatic Cogs and the Quicksilver Swords. I apologize that I haven't finished painting these yet. I've got 1 unit of 3 Gore-Grunters here, 30 Art Boys. They have proven themselves really handy to me. 10 Brutes with Jagged Gore Hackers, and of course 2 Gore Choppers, and the boss has the Claw and the Smasher. And some Grots come as allies. They will be shooting spears at the putrid, stinking NURGLE people on the other side of the board. So that's it. Let's take a look at the Rotbringers. Starting off with the Glottkin here with the Blades of Putrefaction spell. Then we've got here Festus, the Liege Lord, also with the Blades of Putrefaction spell. And we've got Sorcerer here, a Chaos Sorcerer with the Mark of NURGLE, and he's got the Magnificent Buboes as a spell. The General is this Demon Prince, and he will have the Foul Breath, where you can dish out mortal wounds for each model in a unit on a 5+. Of course, we've got a tree here, we've got 30 Plague Bearers, we've got 10 Blight Kings here, and 15 Chaos Warriors with the Mark of NURGLE, and we've got 5 Chaos Knights with the Ensorcelled Weapons. That's it for the NURGLE forces. Okay, let me quickly show you our deployment and the battlefield. So first of all, we've got Arcane Runes here, we've got an inspiring, well, it doesn't look so inspiring, but this is an inspiring wood here. Realm Gate here, there is a mystical, whatever that is called, Sinister here, this is Damned, Realm Gate. We've got this piece of terrain, we're using the rules for it, so one can actually occupy it. There is another mystical wood here, and well, there's the archway, that is Sinister. Okay, so. And let's show you quickly how I have deployed my boys. So the Grot Artillery is here, the Brutes are here, War-Chanter, the Maw Crusher is here, and the Arc Boys are here, the Weird Knob Shaman is there, another War-Chanter, and the Gore-Grunters here in the back. Let's go over to the Rotbringers. So the General, the Demon Prince, is here. The Plague Bearers Here we've got the Blight Kings, the Glottkin, here Festus, and here the Sorcerer, Chaos Warriors, and Chaos Knights. So that's it. I hope you will enjoy this battle. I'm sure we will try to do our best to give you an exciting battle report here. So, since Alex has deployed first, he can decide who is going to take the first turn. Me or you?
You.
Okay, so I'm going to have the first turn. Okay, I already did my hero phase, and I wish I had filmed it, because actually some cool things happened. Not so cool for me, but it was funny for the game. So first of all, the life leech went off. I rolled a 6, and I picked the knights over there, and they suffered 2 mortal wounds. So I actually put 3 on them, but Alex managed to save 1 of them. Then I rolled for the Weird Knob Shaman here, and I cast the cogs. Unfortunately, I rolled a double, and I got 2 mortal wounds. Then I rolled another for another spell, and because I manipulated them and slowed down time. But unfortunately, I rolled another double and suffered 2 more mortal wounds. So yes, this poor shaman has already suffered 4 mortal wounds. At least he has put Mystic Shield on the Art Boys. Let's see if that will be good for anything in this game. Okay, so that's it for my hero phase. Now I will put the Frenzy of Violence from this one-shot on them. This will probably not be good for anything, and with them on him, otherwise nothing was successful. I'm going to move. Okay, my movement is done. Maw-Crusher went over here, the Brutes went over there. They moved ahead, they moved there. They moved here, so they are within 3 inches of that relocation orb, but of course they are also within 3 inches of that tree there. And that's it for movement. Shooting won't matter, and I also don't think I will charge. So that concludes... No, wait, there is shooting! Ha, I've got grots! Ha, I can try to shoot with them. And I shot at the Blight Kings from here through here, and I put 2 wounds on the Blight Kings. And now I think this will conclude my turn. At the end of my turn, because I've got the majority here, within 3 inches, I score 1 victory point for the orb. Okay, Rotbringers, turn 1, hero phase done. So let me try to get all of this straight. So first of all, we've got, as you can see, a Balewind Vortex here on which Festus now stands, and he has already cast a spell. His spell went on the Art Boys here, and I forgot the name, but they have -1 to their saves permanently now. So then he put the Ocular Vision on the Glottkin, and he also put the Demonic Power on the Blight Kings. So they can reroll once to hit and to wound now, I think, yeah. Yes, and they can also reroll the ones for the save rolls. Yes, that's it. So we've got a Mystic Shield on these Chaos Warriors here. And the Fleshy Abundance went on the Plague Bearers here. That's for the hero phase. I guess successful hero phase so far. And Festus also managed to heal the Blight Lords and negated the 2 damage I put on them. Okay, so movement completed for the forces of NURGLE. Everything has moved up more or less slowly into the direction of the Oryx, and they will be able to charge, and they will also be able to charge here the Blight Kings, but that will be difficult. Okay, so there was no shooting, now we're going into charges, and now we're going to see if these Chaos Knights can charge there. That's a double 6, so they are in wherever you want them. The Blight Kings didn't make it, and now we're going to roll for this combat here. They've got still one additional attack because of Glottkin, and so the white dice will be for the champion, and the others, the black ones, are for the others, and they will be hitting on 3s, wounding on 4s. Is that right? And now all of these will be wounding on 4s. Okay, 9 wounds. So unfortunately, it's no rend, right?
No rend.
But they have reduced armor save, so they will be saving on 5s, and I can reroll once. So let's see. Alright, boys, come on. Reroll that once. That was a save before. Okay. So I take 5 wounds. That was a save before, right? So 2 die, well 3 die because of that, but I still have shields, so I can try to roll 6s. Let's see that. It's at least 1 6, so only 2 die now. So I'll be swinging back. First all the big choppers here, and then there will be a boss attack too. 4s to hit here. Not too great. And now the boss, he's hitting on 3s. He's hitting, and all of these are wounding on 3s. Okay. That's 4 wounds, minus 1. Not so good, not so good.
3.
3, okay. That means I'm sure he dies, right? Okay, 1 Chaos Knight dies and 2 wounds on this Chaos Knight. That means that I will, that Alex will not be scoring here for this turn, which is good for me. Battle Shock was not necessary, and now the relocation orb will move and I will be rolling for it. And Alex here will do the movement, so let's see where it goes. That's a 1, that means I have to roll again, I think. So it goes, I'm sure it goes your direction, right? Okay, so that's where it goes, and now another roll. 3, does it go my direction? I like what I'm seeing. I like it. Okay, that changes everything. Well, okay, that's going to be an interesting turn. Okay, so we're going to roll for initiative now. Okay, you can choose.
You.
That's what I thought. Okay, so it's going to be Ironjawz, turn 2. Hero phase done. So he rolled a 6, moved him closer to the action. He tried to manipulated the cogs, wanted to cast an additional spell but didn't get anything off, just failed everything. Oh, the NURGLE tree dealt 3 mortal wounds to the art boys. He got his Mighty Destroyers thing off and he moved 12 inches over there. And I put the Frenzy of Violence on the art boys and he put the Frenzy of Violence on not the brutes but on the Maw Crusher here. And that's it for my hero phase. Okay, I'm done with my movement phase. So the Maw Crusher moved over there, just fits perfectly 3 inches away from them, so he will be able to charge if I don't totally fail that. They moved a bit up, they just consolidated here, they moved up so that they can shoot better, and the Gore Grunters ran around there. They won't be able to charge though, I ran with them because I couldn't get within 12 inches of the Chaos Warriors. Okay, let's go into shooting. Let's do the inert bursting bellow from the Maw Crusher at these Blight Kings here. It's 1 attack, hitting on a 2, wounding on a 3. Okay, that's a wound. It's -1. No, okay, that's d6 damage. Gone. Do I need to re-roll that? I think it is a 3. I think we can agree on the 3. Okay, and now my spare chuckers will shoot at the Glottkin. So, he's the one with the big head. So we're hitting on 3s here. Not like that. That's... Oh, I can reroll the 2 fails, by the way. There were 2 hits. Okay, so it's 1 - 2. Don't fail it, that's d3 damage. For 1. I don't know, I think I must kill you guys. You're not getting your points back. And that's it for shooting. Now let's look into charges. Obviously I'm going to charge with the Maw Crusher. Come on! For 3, okay, I'm going to spend 1 of my command points to reroll that. Oops. For an 8 with the Ironjawz command ability. Not command ability. Legion's ability. Okay, we're still in the charge phase, so I'm going to I charge in here, and now for the destructive bulk I roll 8 dice, and every 4+ is a mortal wound. That's 5 mortal wounds on the Blight Kings. So let's do this now. The Mega Boss and Maw Crusher is going to swing into the Blight Kings. So I put the Frenzy of Violence on him, so he'll be hitting on 2s now. So the chopper first, 4 attacks, 2s to hit. That's a joke. 2 ones, okay. 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds -1. Save them both. Okay, so now the Riptooth Fist. It's 1 attack, hitting on a 3. It hits. Wounds on a 3? Nope. Okay, and now the Mighty Fists. And that's 4 attacks. Hitting on 2s. It's 1 fail. But 3s. 2 -2. It should be 1 -2. That's 3 damage then. And the Bladed Tail, these 3 attacks, 2 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, it's 1 -1. Yeah. Okay, so that's 1 additional damage. So 1 more Blight King goes home. Yeah, it could have been much better, but he killed something. Okay, so the knights here killed 2 art boys, but then they hit back and they actually killed 3 knights. And Now the Blight Kings here are going to hit into the Maw Crusher. Let's see what they can do. But he's got the Grip Feather Charm, so they are hitting only on 4s. And 6s are no additional re-rolling ones. Okay. Here's another one. That's also a fail, and that's a fail. Okay. Okay. It's 5 wounds if I see that correctly. No, what about this one? Is that from you now? Yes. Okay, so that's 5, 6, 7 wounds. Okay, so we just checked the video and we saw that the one was actually not rolled for, but now Alex just rolled it again and it's he rolled a 5 again. So now we've got all these nice little wounds, so that's 7 in the end here. Let's see if I can save them on a 3+. So saving on 3s here, come on. Okay, so I fail 3. Could have been better. So and that was it for my turn. I guess I'll be scoring 1 victory point here. For Battle Shock, I just saved it. And the Blight Kings also saved it. And this guy also passed his Battle Shock, unfortunately, so my Art Boys will be stuck. And now we're going into turn 2 for the Rotbringer. Okay, so the hero phase is done. So that was not a very satisfying hero phase for Alex here. So many things failed, and one spell was unbound by my mage, by my shaman, and so the only thing that happened is actually the Blades of Putrefaction went onto these Chaos Warriors here, and the Chaos Sorcerer Lord put the Ocular Vision on the Blight Kings. And unfortunately that's it, at least for the NURGLE people. Now we're going into movement. Okay, movement phase done. The Plague Bearers ran. This guy has fallen back, he ran away from the scary Art Boys. These came closer here, and well, the Sorcerer went here, and this little guy, he flew up the Arcane Ruins. He's actually here, but because of Wrigley Model Syndrome, he's just put there. So, and now we're going into shooting phase, and the Glottkin are going to shoot. Oh, that's the one. This shot never works with you, right? Okay, we're done with the close combat phase, with the fight phase, it's called, I think. So, we did everything off camera to save a little time, so I'm going to go through this to see what happens. So, the Chaos Warriors here, they got hit by the Art Boys and just lost 2 Chaos Warriors, and one was wound in addition was put on one of them. But they hit back and they had the Blades of Putrefaction, and they killed like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Art Boys and an additional wound. So that was devastating for me. I have to roll for Battle Shock. Then I killed 2 Blight Kings with the Maw Crusher, and we've got an additional wound here. Yes, and they put 3 wounds again on my Maw Crusher. So he is really, really getting weak now, unfortunately. So he is down to 8 wounds at this point. I mean, he can still do this something. And that's it for now. Now we're going to move the relocation orbit. No, we're going to go for Battle Shock first. So I'm going to roll for my Art Boys here. So give me something good now. Oh wait, let me think. I have 1 command point left. I think I will spend it and put Inspiring Presence with my general on them. That's what I'm going to do. So then Battle Shock for your Blight Kings. Bravery of 9, okay, so give it to me.
And here?
4 plus 2 is 6.
Bravery 7.
Okay, okay, so they're fine. The Chaos Warriors or the Blight Kings? The Chaos Warriors. Okay, okay, and the Blight Kings are 9, so they cannot fail. Yes, okay. So now I'm going to roll where that orb that's hidden here will go. So this might be possibly, again, game-changing. Let's see. 4. Oh no. That's good for you now. Okay, that's where the point goes. Now we're rolling off for initiative. Let's see. I think I re-roll this. Okay. You choose.
You.
Me again. Oh my god. Okay, so we're going into my hero phase now, and I already started using the wizard, and then we realized that in the Ironjawz errata, the Weird Knob Shaman rules were actually changed slightly or clarified. So we tried to reconstruct it a little bit. So the mortal wounds don't go to the closest. I mean, the problem was that the mortal wounds don't go into the Weird Knob Shaman, but onto the next closest Orc unit, and that are the Art Boys. So we reconstructed that. We took the 4 wounds away and put them onto the Art Boys. And now I rolled another double. And I put 3 mortal wounds on the War Chanter. That's not so bad, but it's just ridiculous. I've just rolled, in this game I rolled 3 doubles. Okay, but the good news is that at least I get my Quicksilver swords through now. So the swords went off, they went over here and flew over there, and now I'm going to try and stab the hell out of that Chaos Sorcerer. Let's see. 6s! Okay, it's just 2, of course. 2 mortal wounds on the Chaos Sorcerer. Because this forest is mystical, he has an after save of 6, so I just put 1 wound on the Chaos Sorcerer. My movement phase is done. So these came around the corner, stayed away 3 inches here. The War Chanter moved a little closer, and at the end of my hero phase he obviously put the Frenzy of Violence here. He couldn't reach the Maw Crusher. He put the Frenzy of Violence on the Brutes. They also moved closer. They're kind of blocked there with their movement with the Plague Bearers and this 1 Chaos Knight here, which sucks. And I think that's more or less it for movement. Oh yeah, they have moved a little bit more into position over there at the Grots. So yeah, let's go into shooting and see if the Grots can actually do something. Shooting and charge is done. So 5 wounds went into the Demon Prince through the Grots. And then I charged. I charged well with the Brutes here. They engaged this unit of Chaos Warriors, and these rolled high, but not high enough to get into the Blight Kings there. So that's how it is here. Okay, so we did the whole close combat phase off camera. I wrote like shit, I have to tell it like this to you because it was not better. So the Brutes here, they killed that one, but they killed like, I don't know, 1 or 2 Chaos Warriors, something like that. They also killed like 2 or so. The Art Boys did 1 wound, I think, or, yeah. And they put another wound on the Maw Crusher. He put a ridiculous amount of wounds on them, so it was really, he just killed 1. So it was a very bad fighting phase for the Ironjawz. And yeah, I mean, I'm still probably going to have the majority of models, maybe not. We'll have to measure that, we'll see. But let's go into Battle Shock. Okay, so we rolled for Battle Shock. I just made it with my art boys, and the Chaos Warriors are fine too, and these resilient Blade Kings here, they don't even have to check. So we check, we have both 4 models within 3 inches of that relocation orb. So I don't think I'm getting it. And that means that we're going into Rotbringers turn 3. Okay, so the hero phase for the Rotbringers is done. So the blades of putrefaction went again off on the Chaos Warriors. Ocular vision onto the Glottkin, and demonic power onto the Blight Kings, and I managed to unbind the -1. The permanent -1 to the save onto the Maw Crusher, so I'm happy about that at least. And that's it. So movement phase done. The Demon Prince flew over here, probably he wants to kill some grots. I lost a brute here because of the tree. The Plague Bearers moved over here. The tree, of course, that was in the hero phase, but I forgot to mention it. Yes, and well, some minor movement over there, and that's it. So the thing is that Alex is trying to get the majority around this orb here, but he's not getting it. We are just square here. It's 4 models, so that's good for me, obviously, but bad for him. So let's go into shooting phase. I guess the Glottkin will try and do something to him. So just roll now. It's a 4, I think he hits, right? No, 5, yes, okay, so I was happy. So, now that's on the Maw Crusher. Okay, how much?
Rend 2.
Rend 2, so he ignores 1 rend, so it's a rend 1. So 4 up save for me. Come on, Maw Crusher. Yeah, he makes the save. Okay, so the charges were done. We've got the Demon Prince here who made it in here. The Plague Bearers went in here. So we have to decide whether there is an additional model now within that within range or not. We will see. And of course Glottkin now also charged, and well, the Maw Crusher is down to 1 wound, so I'm afraid this is going to end badly for me now. So in the heat of battle, I wanted to film it, but I forgot. So the Blight Kings over there, they went first and hit into my Maw Crusher, and it came down to 1 wound. I saved them all. Only 1 I didn't save, so that means unfortunately my Maw Crusher dies without having killed 1 unit. That's unfortunate. Okay, and we did the rest of the combat phase. So the Maw Crusher is dead, and here the Demon Prince failed to kill the second one, so they might still be shooting. Many Plague Bearers died. 1, they put 2 wounds on these brutes. 3 Art Boys are dead, and 1 Blight King, because I moved the 1 Gore Grunter over there, and he would attack them. And then also I killed 2 Chaos Warriors, and one of them was the Banner Bearer, so Alex had to take the Banner Bearer because otherwise he would be taking some of his majority. So let's go for Battle Shock. I roll for my Art Boys here. It's a 1, so it's good. And now for your Chaos Warriors, so I have just 6 now, right? So some are running. 2 are running. Okay, well, that's something. And now the plague bearers. Don't show me that juicy one. 4, well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12, so 2 more run. Oh no, you have 20 still, yeah, okay, so no, they are fine. And the Blight Kings, I think they have 9, so you don't really have to roll for them. Okay, I have to roll for my brutes. I could still fail. Can I fail on a 6? Yeah. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, good. Now let's see where the orb moves. You have it now. You score 3, so it's now 3-2 for the Rotbringers. And let's see where the orb will go, because who knows, it might change everything again or not. You roll for it. Okay, let's see where the orb is going. 4. It's moving to the right, I think. Right. This way or that way?
No.
Ah, yeah, it's moving this way. Yeah. So it's moving from there over here. Interesting. And now let's go into a roll-off. Who gets to choose? 1-1. That means that I can choose. I decided that I will go second. I will give the double turn to Alex. It might be bad for me, but it also will be very hard to get here. So I'm counting on that I can get that objective in my next turn. We'll see. So I can now move the predatory spell, and the swords went here. And I will try to kill off Festus. Who knows? Maybe I get lucky. Okay, so this is just what I rolled for the swords. That's 2 mortal wounds on Festus. Here we go. Okay, and now we're going into Rotbringer's turn 4. Okay, we're done with the hero phase for the Rotbringers. So, Festus healed himself. Why do I even try to kill him? Then we've got the ocular vision. Was that on the Glottkin? Yeah. And the demonic power on the Blight Kings, right? I denied the blades of putrefaction, and we have the fleshly abundance here on the plague bearers. I ate some mortal wounds. I cannot completely tell you anymore, but one brute died, the war chanter died, and another art boy over there died. So something was from the Circle of Corruption, so something from Shyish, and as I unbound the spell, I rolled another double, which is the 4th double this game I rolled for my Weird Knob Shaman, and yes, it hurt me again. So now we're going into movement. Okay, movement done. The Glottkin went into, well, a little bit into the forest, but he's quite blocked there, so he didn't get far, and the Chaos Sorcerer is now in the forest somewhere there. Yes, and that's it, and now we're going to shoot him into the pigs. Let's see what happens. That's it. Well, I guess that's nothing. Glottkin charged in, and now Alex will activate the Blight Kings first. We're going to swing into the poor pigs. That's no 6. I'm very happy about that. So no additional hits, and it can still hurt. 3s here. Nope. Okay, so that's 6 saves. Forced to save my piggies. Very bad as usual. I do save 2 though, so that's 4 wounds. That means 1 piggy goes down. So the rest of the fighting phase is done, and it was disastrous for me. So the art boys here died, and unfortunately just the Glottkin slaughtered their way through the pigs. And so my hopes to actually get the orb this turn, everything I was playing at got slaughtered by this fat ugly fuck over here. And so rolls were really disastrous. I also just lost now 3 brutes to plague bearers, you know. I rolled so badly, so I'm a little bit frustrated, I have to say. But Otherwise, I guess it's my turn now. Let's see what I will do. Oh yeah, I have to pass Battle Shock. Let's see if my brutes, another brute runs for the 7. So see, another one runs away. So let's just take that one. And outboys are gone anyway, and I think that's it. Okay, my 4th turn. I green puked at the Chaos Warriors, killed one, I think, I don't know. I killed a few Plague Bearers. They still have the Fleshly Abundance on them in my combat phase, and yeah, and some Chaos Warriors too, but that's it. I'm slowly dying here and just awaiting my fate. So let's see where the orb goes now. If, well, I guess maybe the game will be at its end very soon, but I really wanted to wait where the orb goes. And that's where the orb went. Yeah. So it's back in the middle. I mean, I have to wait and play this out now for the 5th turn. But it's a bit depressing because now all the Rotbringer forces will be against my 5 brutes over there. So let's see. Instead, forget about the roll-off. 4. That means that you get to decide.
You.
My turn. Okay, then you move the predatory spell here. And that's where the swords went, and I'm going to eat mortal wounds now. 1, 2, 3.
3.
Still one more brute dead. So now we have arrived at the end of the game, actually. At the end of my phase, because I couldn't hold this. So Alex has denied me this because I just have 3 models here, and he also has 3 models within range of the orb. So I don't score, so it's 3-2 for him. And now, even if he doesn't, well, he will score next turn definitely. I couldn't win anymore anyway, but he will definitely score next turn in his turn, and that's an end for me. So it's a Rotbringer victory. First of all, thanks for the game.
Thanks.
I hope it was fun for you. Yeah. Okay, so some quick thoughts about the game. From me, this time I rolled really bad. So for me, I must say, everybody thinks they roll bad, but I think this time I really rolled horrifically. And so at this point I won't be using these dice anymore, because I have had too many games with them where I rolled like shit. And I need new orc dice. I hope that in October they will release also new orc dice for 40k, which I can also use for Age of Sigmar. And the other thing is I think I did at least one bigger mistake, because in one turn, I think in the 2nd or in the 3rd turn, I think in the 2nd turn, I should have used my War command ability, and I didn't. That would have been really important. And the 3rd thing is, I tried with the Weird Knob Shaman. I still don't believe that it's better than using than using a Mega Boss or another unit of something, or I don't know. I tried, but I keep just zapping myself with it because I rolled the doubles, so I'm not convinced. So if I will take another shaman, I will probably just take a Grot Shaman for unbinding. Yeah, and that's it for this game. So I hope you had fun. We overall had fun in this game, both of us. We like this scenario. It is a bit random because, you know, you can play very well and then still the orb does go into the other direction, so you don't have really control about that. Tell us also how you like the armies. I personally liked this Rotbringers list for me because it was a little bit different. It was not the usual spam, it was a little bit fluffy, and yeah, well, as always, like and subscribe to our channel, please. And tell us what you want to see next. Cheers!